Honorable Deputy Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to debate Ministerial Motion by YB and 7 Samaria. I support this Ministerial Motion. In 1963, MA63 was made up of 4 entities: the Federation of Malaya, 11 states, the States of Borneo, namely Sabah and Sarawak, and the State of Singapore. In 1976, an amendment to the Federal Constitution reduced Sarawak to just one of the 13 states. Now, fast forward 2019. Malaysia is made up of the 11 states plus 2 states, Sarawak and Sabah. And no thanks to Pakatan Harapan government for attempting to bring us back to 1976 with the Article 1-2 Bill amendment. I want to see our rights return to 1963, not 1976. This is why the words pursuant to Malaysia Agreement 1963 are crucial. If this Article 1-2 Bill had been passed in Parliament as it was presented to us at the first reading, we could very well have been signing away Sarawak's oil and gas rights. There is even the fear that our immigration autonomous rights could have been taken away. Dato' Deputy Speaker, land that belongs to Sarawak that is no longer required for federal projects could be reverted and used by Malaya without Sarawak's consent. Even Sarawak's rights to impose 5% sales tax on petroleum would be at risk, as this bill will revert to the Federal Constitution 1957 and not MA63. Therefore, I support the motion to seek amendment to Article 1-2 to include the words pursuant to Malaysia Agreement 1963 and the insertion of a new article, 85A. I also support the motion to secure an amendment to Article 1602, bracket 2, to substitute the definition of the Federation with the Federation established under the Malaysian Agreement signed on the 9th of July, 1963. We cannot just amend Article 1, bracket 2. We have to amend the definition of the Federation so that it is really a federation formed under the Malaysian Agreement 1963. The Constitution's definition for Merdeka Day is 31st of August 1957, but there is no definition for Malaysia Day. Malaysia Day is not recognized by the Federal Constitution, even though Malaysia Day is used in so many parts of the Constitution. Sabahans and Sarawakians see 16 September as a historical day. As historical as 31st of August, Merdeka Day is to the Malayans. Without Sabah and Sarawak, there is no Malaysia. Malaysia was born on 16 September 1963 when Malaya, Sabah, Sarawak and Singapore formed Malaysia. The exit of Singapore does not invalidate the agreement signed by Malaya, Sabah and Sarawak. The three are still party to the agreement and all three must respect this agreement, MA63. This legislative list has been disturbed. Our legislative list has been disturbed again and again by Malaya to the detriment of Sarawak. In 1994, they put tourism, which is a residual power of the state, in the federal list. Our tourism ministry was formed long before Malaya had one, and they put tourism in the federal list. So only federal can deal with tourism and collect tourism tax from Sarawak. They passed environment to EQA, even though environment is still a residual power of the state. Thus, I support the motion in this tune to seek the transfer of tourism from the federal list to the concurrent list 3 for Sarawak and to add environment to list 3A. Dato' Deputy Speaker, when Singapore left, the Borneo states were left with less than 1/3 seats in Parliament. That gave Malaya the means to amend the constitution anytime. Therefore, it is of utmost importance we have a provision in the constitution whereby Parliament cannot amend the legislative list without consulting the state legislative. We must always remember that Malaysia was not formed through the coming together of 13 states to form a federation. Malaysia was formed when 3 nations, 4 if we include Singapore, Malaya, Sabah and Sarawak, which came together to form a federation on the 16th of September 1963. That is why Sabah and Sarawak are in a different position compared to the other states. We should also remember that although the federation has more powers compared to the individual states when it comes to legislative jurisdiction, the federal government needs to seek the consensus of DEWAN in order to pass any laws affecting Sarawak. With Article 1(2) Bill Amendment subjected to so many unknowns and interpretations, would we risk signing it, especially when we are not allowed to have a glimpse of it until the 11th hour? 1, 2, it is being bulldozed through and we were warned that 3, you will never see this opportunity again. Would you, as a thinking person, sign a document under such circumstances? However, member for Kota Sentosa and his DAP members do not understand. They all said you must support the bill. If we had passed the bill, tomorrow Malaysia, through Pakatan Harapan, will take away our legislative power because they have more than 2/3 seats in Parliament to do so. Sarawak stands to lose everything if we sign without thinking. Our 19 GPS MPs did the right thing to abstain. That is why the phrase pursuant to Malaysian Agreement 1963 under the amendment to Article 1(2) is so important. I thank and applaud Yang Berhormat Bukit Asing for supporting this motion as well. Listening to DAP member for Pujut would have been a death wish for Sarawak. Sorry to say this, needless to say, it is GPS who have saved Sarawak at the end of the day. Hidup GPS! Hidup! Terima kasih. Thank you, Honorable Dato' Ahmad Speaker.